Hola, mi compadres. Brian the Bold here, and welcome to the review of The Division, the open beta version. Of course, this game was made by Ubisoft and the great mind of Tom Clancy. This game, for the beta, I really have to say, is really good, and I really did enjoy it. But of course, like every good game, there are many flaws too. Many things like gameplay wise or graphical wise or anything that has to do with glitches or bugs that will be fixed in the full game. Now remember, this is not the full game, this is the open beta, so this is not the finished product, and there will be changes in the final cut, so do not worry that if you see anything that you don't like, don't worry, it's going to change hopefully in the final product of the final division. I wouldn't really call it the final division. Let's call it the full version of the division, because this is really just the demo. The good things that I like about this game was the compatibility with playing with your friends and the rewards that costed you playing with your friends, because this game really does reward people who want to play with their friends. Because if you can see right now, I am not playing with anyone right now. I am playing in the dark zone. Of course, there are going to be real people out there, but these are NPCs, and let me tell you, they're really, really tough. Really, I mean, there's some NPCs that are really weak. These yellow guys, man, let me tell you, no. Whatever they did, they need to nerf it, because that is just complete garbage and it's just awful. And if you're by yourself and you ever meet a yellow squadron of these suckers, you're going to probably die if you don't have the right equipment. Did I have the right equipment? I had decent equipment, if you call purple decent. And there's a lot of levels to guns as well. There's green, white, green, purple, and gold. And I think orange as well. I'm not sure. But the purple is really good for me. Because like this really did help the guns. That really did help me actually defeat these guys. But these guys really do have a lot of armor. And if you don't watch yourself like I'm doing right now, that I should have taken some cover, then you're going to die pretty quick. So if I were you, try to go for group and try your best to kind of avoid NPCs unless you want some XP and not deal with real players. Because let me tell you, some real players have no lives and they decide to go all the way to get a Liberator, and let me tell you, the Liberator is not a fun thing to play with, because that thing is overpowered and is going to destroy you in mere seconds. So if I were you, run away as clear as possible if you think the person wielding this weapon is not friendly, because let me tell you, you're probably going to die in the next 5 seconds if that person's a good player and knows how to use the Liberator. So if I were you, be careful with what you do in this game, because in this game you can't trust anyone but your friends. Even that, you gotta be careful. And there are a lot of enemy types, as I said, like these guys. But of course, there are, I believe they're rioters, but I don't remember the names, and I apologize. But I'll tell you what they look like practically. So you got people in hoods. They all practically look the same in the beta. They're all wearing hoods, and they walk generally the same kind of way, which is waddling. Like, I'm not joking with you. They literally waddle to you, and then they start shooting you with their mini Uzi or whatever they have in stock. And if you see right there, that guy wanted to throw a bomb at me, but I decided to shoot him, and so he dropped his bomb and caught himself on fire. But I really think it's a Molotov, and it set himself on fire, and he died quickly. And of course, if you see the little white bars, and I apologize you can't, but the little white bars on the yellow side of the enemy, those are indications of the armor that the person has. So if you notice there's a lot of white bars, get ready for some resistance, because that's going to have a lot of armor. Now back to the characters in the game, or the enemies. You also have like the regular kinds of like enemies with the mini Uzis, and sometimes they have sniper rifles, so you gotta watch out with those. And the sniper rifles, they're not fun to play with, because if you don't watch out, they're gonna freaking destroy you in mere seconds. Because hey, you just pop out once for like 3 seconds, they will spot you, flash a little flashlight if it's nighttime, and just let it go. Just hit one shot, and half of your health is just deplored, and you're just dying there like, what is going on? Where are they? So if I were you, I would use Pulse. That is what I just used right now. Pulse allows you to get some critical damage on your enemies, and allows you to see your enemies when you can't see them. So it shows them on the map. In the map, and you can see him. And what I did, I meleeed him. There's melee in the game. Is there melee weapons in the game? Is that to be asked? I'm not really sure. It's not confirmed yet. At least I don't think. I haven't checked any of the division yet. Only with the beta. And as you can see over there, that's a block zone that I don't think that's available in the beta. Or I was low level. So every zone is called a DZ zone. And every DZ zone has its own level. So if you're not high level, I think either you cannot enter or you can enter, but you're going to die. Now in this, I found a little chest, and on the map, if you see a little purple sign, that probably means it's going to be a sign of a chest. So if I were you, check the map constantly for little drops and for cases like these. Now these things are a little hard because they contain really good items that are very helpful in your way to survival. But you need some keys, and thankfully I had a key on me right now. And so you have to be careful. Not only that, but you have to be careful with players, real players, because sometimes they can be lovely and sometimes they can be the most stupidest people in the world and just decide to kill you. Now, I find this game kind of like a social experiment, because if you wanted to be that insane person all this time and you decided to just, hey, I want to screw everyone in my sight, hey, this game is perfect for you. You can just mow down everyone and no one can care. But sadly, that's going to make you rogue. But as you can see right here, this is a way to get all the all the items that you get, because in the dark zone, you can't take it out of the dark zone without putting it in a helicopter, which will the helicopter take it and then place it in an area in your stash, which is called the extraction. Now, the extraction will allow you to get your items with ease. Now, let me tell you something. If you don't empty out your stash, it's going to be a big problem for you, because you gotta watch out, because if it's full, you can't take anything else, and you're stuck with the items if you have, because in the beta, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot take the things out of your little package, as you can see on the backpack. You can't take it as far as the beta, so hopefully they're going to fix that. And sadly, it's a fixed rate, which is, not a fixed rate, but it's a fixed storage, which you can't upgrade it to the max. So right now it's only 6 positions, and you can only put 6 things in there, so you really have to be careful with what you do. And also, hopefully, in the beta with that, and also in the real game, you're gonna, hopefully they're gonna upgrade that. And as you can see right here, these are friendly people, hopefully. I thought of them as friendly, so if you wanted to make them known, like, hey, you're friendly, you wanna press down the D-pad, the down D-pad right here, and then just select one, and then you're ready. And then now, the helicopter's ready, and only 4 people in the beta are allowed to put their stuff there, and all you have to do is press the square button and be on your way. I left there because I wasn't really safe, because they had numbers and I wasn't sure. And as you can know, right there it tells you how many things that you have, and the person on your controller on the screen does tell you what you can do with all the items. And again, I'm in combat, and I have to be careful with these people because, again, it's yellow, and it can be a little troublesome sometimes, because these people can have bombs. And, oh, I forgot about the people of the bombs. People of the bombs, as you can see right there, when a grenade is thrown at you, it will indicate with a red circle. That is the area of impact and splash damage. If I were you, I would double-click X, as I did right there, and I would roll out of there like Sonic. And I would be careful. And that little perk right there is called like a healing perk, which allows you and your group to be healed in that little radius, and it does affect you somewhat of a good time. And you can also use little med packs as well, but in the beta allows you to have 3 med packs. So if I were you, use them wisely. And if I were you, again, with the perks, I would choose the pulse and the med pack if you're in a squad. If you're by yourself, choose that, because I feel like that would be good for me. Or there's other things like a turret, which is really helpful. Damage-wise, not so much. It's only there for suppression fire for the NPCs and to discourage some players, because sometimes they think they're taking too much damage, and that is really true, because sometimes they're taking too much damage and they have to hide, and which will allow you to get the advantage and push forward. Now, I was having some trouble with this, and I was thinking of heading back until a nice player decided to join me in the battle. Now, 2 things could have gone right here. Number 1, I could have shot him, gone rogue, and possibly killed him and taken his items. Now, did I know what things he had in his pockets? No, I did not. If I would have known he had something like a liberator, I would think I would probably run, or make him think that I'm friendly, and I am friendly. In this game, I kind of like acting friendly and try my best to help people around me that need assistance. And sometimes, if I get bored, I would like to go rogue, but sometimes that's not fun because a lot of times you will die so many times because if you're just one person and you are rogue and there's 4 people, you will die. And right there, I just healed that person because he was dying, and so I just decided to help him out. And so we are taking cover and we're taking a lot of damage for these people, but we are still faithful in ourselves that we can actually do this. And I'm surprised that person hasn't killed me yet because look at him. I could have taken him out, but I decided not to because I really wanted to take out these NPCs because these people were really annoying and they can be pests sometimes. Let me tell you, when you're rogue and you're trying to get out of a sticky situation, those NPCs will be snapping there and they're just gonna rape everyone around them. They don't care who you are, and if it's you and you're a rogue and you're trying to escape, you're done because you got not only the people trying to hunt you down to kill you. That's another thing too. When you're rogue and when you see people rogue, you can go and kill a rogue without turning rogue. The only way you can turn rogue is by shooting people and killing them. Well, actually, if you shoot a person, you turn rogue. So if you want to stay away from rogue status, don't shoot real people. Especially, look, don't shoot real people who are not rogue. But when they're rogue, let those bullets fly and watch them fall to the ground if you're a good marksman. And if you kill a person that is rogue, you will get their stuff and a little bonus to say you did a great job of serving this country well. And 3, 2, 1, kachoom! He went explosion because I shot him in the backs. Because with that guy, he has a lot of bombs, so I shot him in the back and I killed him. And so there's also another thing called a manhunt, which is if you are a rogue and you've gone for a long time as a rogue and you killed a lot of people, there's a thing called a manhunt. And when that happens, you better run, because if you don't, you're going to die. Because all the people on the map will probably try to get you and kill you, because if you're successful in killing a rogue in a manhunt, if you're successful killing a rogue in a manhunt, you will get a lot, I mean a lot of stuff from it, which is probably Dark Zone currency, which is 2 currencies in the game. There's Dark Zone currency and regular currency that only works on the side that isn't really affected with these people. Oh, on the other side as well, there's no multiplayer kind of sorts. PvZ, there's no PvZ. PvP? Is that it? PvP? Yeah, PvP. Player versus player. There's none of that in the campaign mode. But, thankfully, you're able to play with your friends. So there is multiplayer, but no PvP. So that's a good thing, too. So you gotta be careful with all these things. And just make sure you gotta watch your back, because if you don't take cover, you're gonna die pretty quickly. And as you can see right there, that person is about to turn rogue, and he did turn rogue. And how do you know if he's rogue? You see that little sign right there? His name turns red and he has a skull. So if you are trying to find a rogue or trying to stay rogue and you're about to die, look at the map on the top left corner and you will see the little sign of a skull. And I thought right here, I thought I was done for and I thought I was gonna die. But thankfully, someone came to my rescue and tried to save me. I shot him a few times by accident. I didn't mean to, but he killed him. An effective way to kill a player who is down is to go up to him and give him a big smack in the face. Because if you try to shoot him, it's going to take a while. But sadly, my trust was really being strained right now because these people were taunting me. And if you can be a really indecent human being by taunting people by shooting them twice, and that's the good part too, because you can taunt them by shooting them twice and you don't turn rogue. There's a warning that's like, hey, you should stop shooting him or else you're gonna turn rogue. So hey, stop that. So if they were just taunting me, which, you know, they did again, they shot me. I'm just like, okay, there's 2 people, there's one of me. I don't think I will survive this. So the best thing I did was just walk, stay still, and if anything happens, just give them a wave or just do some nice jumping jacks, because that's a nice gesture, right? Jumping jacks are good, but these people were relentless. They really wanted my stuff. I'm not even sure they even knew what I had. I mean, I had pretty garbage stuff. Some attachments I can't even pronounce that word. The stuff that you put on the guns. There, that's what I meant to say. That stuff. And I apologize because that was a horrendous effect that PlayStation did to me because only 50 minutes of recorded thing garbage, which was really bad. And I forgot what I was going to say. So let's just keep on moving, and I apologize for that indecency. But you can open up the map with the touchpad, and you can select things where you want to go. And I wanted to go to the safe room, and you can look at the people who are in your friend list and see if they're online, which they were some. And I selected what I wanted to go, which was the safe room, and with the indication, if I can stop being stupid, the map indicates you, or the screen right now shows you where you want to go, or leads you where you want it to go. With that little sign right there with the orange stuff, and I was walking to it until I reached the safe zone. The safe zone, really, the safe house, which gave me a as well. And there's a little loading screen. Sometimes they take a little while. Sometimes they take a long time. And then you have little restock boxes that are really helpful because there's not a lot outside. So of course, in this game, you're gonna have to watch out your resources when it comes to stuff like that. But with this safe house, not only can you restock, but also you can buy the best guns in the game with in the Dark Zone, because in the Dark Zone you can get a lot of good loot that you can't get in the regular game. That's in white, and this is the Red Zone, which is the Dark Zone. Why? But that doesn't make any sense. If it's the Dark Zone, why is it red? Why not call it the Red Zone? Doesn't it make more sense? No. But if you wanted to get to the Dark Zone, you would have to go through this gate right here. But I was already in the Dark Zone, and I wanted to get out of there and go into regular campaign mode. And it has another restock pile, and it has another that gives you decent, not really great, not really bad either, but really decent things. But warning though, if you have stuff and you haven't extracted it, you will not be able to take it from the Dark Zone to the regular campaign mode, because if you take it outside without extracting, you lose it, and there is no way you can get it back unless you find the same thing practically. And then right here, I didn't want to walk. I honestly didn't. What you can do is fast travel, because there's fast travel in this game, so it's really great. So all you wanted to do is press the square button and then press X to confirm, and just fast travel all the way to your destination. And this game, I wanted to show off how beautiful it really was, because just look at it. I know it could have been better. It's just a beta though, but for me, it looks decent, and it looks really good. And so we can go inside our base of operations. And this is the base of operations. But another pet peeve that I have is, why do you make us walk? Why? Why can't we just run through there? I mean, it's just wasting our time and stuff, and it's just awful. And then you have the security room. There's 3 rooms in the beta right now. There's the security room, the medic bay, and the tech room, which is upstairs. But the medic bay and the tech room are the only ones available in the open beta. So in the full version, there might be more wings, but it is not known yet. But you can unlock other things like perks, modifications to your abilities, and abilities are really helpful because there's security, health, medic, that's really it's called medic, and technological garbage, which allows you to use pulse. No, not pulse. Pulse is for medic. And what do you use for technical stuff? Oh yeah, the little drone. Well, it's not a drone. It's a little thingamabobber. It's a turret. But not everything is unlocked in this game yet, so wait until the full version until to get it. And then this is the technical room, and this is the you press the options and you activate it, and you have the option to use inventory, abilities, and group management. This is the inventory, and on your right you see, to the left you see the guns, to the middle the packages, the little things that gives you armor, and to the right the things that helps you survive in the game, like a backpack which allows you to store things. And then you have the tabs that are character, overview, pouches, and to customize your own character, so you can choose vanity items as well. And now we're back to the ability slot, which allows me to get a lot of things. And I unlocked new mods to it, because when you upgrade a wing, you will be able to upgrade a perk. And right now I wanted to choose the perk that allows me to get more damage when I activate the pulse. And That was really helpful in the game because once you upgrade those perks, you will be able to become more stronger and faster than ever. So far, you upgrade those wings and get more perks. Now, this is the stash I was talking about. This stash allows you to store your inventory and to get the extraction items that you got from the Dark Zone. Now, warning though, like I said, it has a limited amount of space in the beta so far, and you can upgrade it, so you're gonna have to watch out and come here constantly to clean out your stuff, or else you can have good things and you won't be able to store them. So far, you be careful. And all you have to do, take them in your inventory, either sell them in this place right here, which allows you to buy guns or whatever. And what I just did, I sold it because there's no point for me to keeping these guns unless I could give it to someone. But in the game so far, in the beta, there's no way to do that. So if I were you, just sell your guns because there's no point to keeping them. So do that, and then you have another restock aisle right there. So overall, this game was really good for me. Like I said, there's some difficulties like game mechanics. I didn't really think that the whole like cover system was really great because sometimes it kind of like spazzed out and I was really frustrated at times. But you know what? I would have, if I were giving this a review, which I really am, which I don't know why I would say this, I would have to give this game a 4.5 out of 5 because the game, even though it has its flaws for the beta, it works really well. The objectives are rewarding. Once you are with a group, it is really rewarding because, let me tell you, I forgot to tell you about this. Every time you kill a NPC, the inventory, the things that it drops are different. So, you know. So, thank you everyone for watching this video. I really do appreciate for everyone who watches it. And if you liked it, give it a like to support the Red Guard. And this is Brian the Bold signing out. Stay bold out there. Ciao!